We're going in dry, kids.
Okay.
Let me do a quick. We're doing Shitfaced Shitfics today. We're reading a story I've never read before, and here reading today I have myself. I have Flutterpriest.
Why?
I have Skittletits,
Hola.
and I have Z.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I'm romantically involved with all of them. It's not weird. Fuck you. It's not. It's not creepy.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's pretty great.
it's pretty great. So we're having an orgy. No, we're not. Reading a story. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna read this story to you guys. Priest, tell us about this story, why don't you?
This is a story called After the Wedding by Cornys here. It is teen, tagged for dark and adventure, with characters such as Luna, original characters, Discord, the main six, and Chrysalis. Deep within the Canterlot Caves, he has awakened, locked away by Discord so long ago. I'm not gonna burp really close into the microphone. Oh, okay, here we go.
So you say.
He has returned land of Equestria. Is he friend or foe?
What?
Chapter 1. He awakens.
No! This is my first shot at fanfics! Please don't kill me! And if you don't like a part of it, tell me what and why! All feedback is good feedback!
It's shit. You should stop. Never mind.
Oh God, child, you just told the internet to give you feedback and that all of their opinions are good. You have just opened up such a shit can.
It's true.
He saw a purple alicorn running around in the Canterlot Caves, just beyond the gem in which he found himself imprisoned in. She seemed very scared. He watched her from behind the gem. She seemed unable to see him. He saw an alicorn approach from behind. The alicorn looked like she had been in the caves for some time. She had no idea how lucky she was, how lucky they both were, able to do more than watch, able to speak and breathe. Most of his magic went to keeping himself alive. He could not eat, drink, or breathe. He watched as the purple alicorn threatened the alicorn. Strange. He could not imagine what an alicorn had to fear from a normal unicorn. They then did something with their hooves. That seemed to pacify the unicorn. They talked for a moment. He wanted to ask for help. He tried with all his might to ask for help, but he could not. They ran off, and he stayed trapped. He was running out of time. Even his vast magic could only last so long, keeping himself in a hibernation sleep for he didn't even know how long. It must have been a very long time, as he felt so weak. Hours passed, and then, just when he was about to try one last time to break free, a barrier came flying through the cave. When it hit him, it seemed to halfway try and cast him out, as if it wasn't sure he was there. But it did more than that. He felt the gem crack. He took a breath of air. Strength surged back, for he was no longer forced to cast a spell to make his body go without air. He managed to smile. The world would know his name again. It is only a matter of time.
Well, that was really not great. Let's move on.
Chapter 2! He comes.
3 months later. Twilight walked down the halls of Canterlot Castle. I hope the princess isn't mad at me for What the fuck is this? Is this from the perspective of...
I don't know. I think it's third person, but I think you're doing internal monologue for Twilight. So, I mean, do you want to try to let Sabo do the internal monologue? Like,
yes.
Skittletits,
Okay.
you want to try to do the internal monologue?
Okay.
Twilight walked down the halls of Canterlot Castle. Twilight thought to herself...
Yes, Twilight's talking to herself.
I hope the princess isn't mad at me for inviting myself over.
She thought to herself, oh, well, okay. A little worried. Oh, this doesn't have quotes.
No, Twilight.
She thought to herself.
This is just a social call.
She had been planning this trip for quite some time. She walked to where Princess Celestia had said to meet up in her letter. It was in a more isolated part of the castle. She had to wonder why. She came around the corner and saw Luna and Celestia standing by a makeshift stairway with a group of armed guards slowly descending.
What's going on?
Asked Twilight. Celestia turned to her and said,
Luna and I can feel something down here.
Whoa, Luna.
What is it? What is
Z-
it?
Luna.
Z or Luna. Z or Luna.
Sorry about that. We do not know. We are sending armed guards down to find out.
Replied Luna.
You two are more powerful. Why don't you both go?
Asked Twilight.
Because.
Da 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 da.
I said, because.
I know. Celestia replied.
Whatever is down there isn't stronger than both of us. The 6 guards we sent should have no problem handling it.
After a couple of minutes talking to the princesses, they hear a rumble, and Twilight watched in shock as a wave of red energy suddenly hurled the guards out of the caves.
Twilight, get to safety!
Celestia said. She stepped in front of her beloved student, her horn glowing and ready to fight. Luna's horn was alight as well. The two sisters stood ready to fight. The sound of hoofs hitting the makeshift stairs filled the air before Celestia seized him. Twilight looked on as the male alicorns appeared from the stairway. He looked to be as tall as Celestia or Queen Chrysalis, but heavier, like Applejack's older brother. His wings seemed to be plated in armor.
No,
Twilight realized.
they're not plated. They're actually made of metal.
His mane was black and blood red. His hooves were pitch black and looked sharp. The rest of him was red with what seemed to be black energy swirling on his coat, or maybe it was the other way around. Twilight could not tell. Then she saw his cutie mark. It depicted a sword hitting a shield. What did it... Oh.
Hey, Z, maybe you should read this OC's parts, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
What did it stand for? His most notable feature was also the scariest, but at the same time it made Twilight feel sad. His horn was broken. Almost half of it was gone.
Wow.
He looked at the sisters and shouted with anger.
Bring me Discord!
He fired a beam of red energy. Celestia fired back, and the beams clashed and pushed on one another. Oh, God.
It's like an episode of Dragon Ball Z, Pencil! Please, I'll kill you!
Much.
Luna didn't stop to see who wins, and fired her own beam right at him. He saw it and took to the air. His beam stopped firing as he did also, and Celestia's own beam tore through a wall along with Luna's. From the air, he fired in a sweeping motion at them, and they both raised small barriers to stop the beams. Guards rushed into the room. Unicorns in the front crouched low, their horns aglow and pointing at him. The Earth Pony guards just behind them blocked the entrance to the room with their spears. Pegasi flew above the front lines. Twilight's brother in the front shouted,
You're everyone else, remember?
Surrender in the name of Princess Celestia and Princess Luna!
The male alicorn landed. He surveyed
Jesus
the
Christ.
large group of guards and princesses before him, and closed his eyes as if to think. Celestia opened her mouth to say something, but then a red beam of energy flew from his horn, putting a hole into the ceiling above them. I thought it was going to shoot out of her mouth. Okay.
I can imagine that.
Without a moment to spare, he took flight through it. The unicorn guards opened a fire, and a few bolts of magic energy hit him, nearly knocking him out of the sky.
Opened a fire. It opened a fire. Wonderful.
The Pegasi flew after him, with Luna in the lead. As Luna gave chase, her mind was racing. Luna.
Luna, train of thought. Z.
Did he say Discord?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
She was sure of it. This is weird.
Yeah.
It's so hard to tell when they're speaking.
Yeah.
How long had he been down there?
He must have had no idea what had happened to Discord. That much was clear. He probably thought he was still in charge. If only he would calm down enough to speak with him.
She was sure she could talk him down. See, that worked. That was really good.
Yeah, good job, guys. Good
Without,
job, team.
We did it. Without warning, he spun around in the air, unleashing a barrage of magic bolts. They took out several guards and forced more guards to fly out and catch them before they hit the ground with the other guards. Luna swerved to avoid the bolts of magic before firing back. One hit him in the chest, and he hit the ground hard. The Pegasi surrounded him. Luna landed before him, and Twilight Shining Armor and Celestia teleported beside Luna.
Now, Shining Armor.
Celestia shouted. A small version of Shining Armor's force field surrounded the red alicorn.
Priest.
My princess, what are you doing?
A guard asked, shocked.
She keeping him here.
Twilight Cave Woman, we can do this now. Sorry.
Twilight answered.
What do you think would happen if he got to Ponyville?
The guard nodded with understanding.
Really? That's good job, guard. Who are you?
Celestia asked. He looked her in the eyes, his whole body shaking hard. Sweat dripped from his body and blood oozed from his wounds where magic bolts had hit him.
I am Mar.
He whispered before he passed out and crumpled to the ground. The end.
What do you know? This story's incomplete. We might see an update, except it was written in 2000. So, what do we think of the story, you guys?
That one was the most painful, I think.
It's so bad. It's like, what's hard is that like they formatted okay, except for the internal monologue, but it's just so edgy. Like, God.
His user bio says, "I am trying my hardest."
I am trying my hardest! Exclamation marks. Honey. No. No, you're not. No, you're not. You can. No, you're not. I don't believe it. No. Any comments or questions on this one, guys?
Why do
The only story this person has.
Thank God.
And they haven't been online since 2012.
Thank God.
His avatar and his cover art are color swapped, so you can tell that it's not a self-insert.
Oh my God.
Well, one's got a horn and the other one doesn't.
Oh no, he does. It's just broken.
Oh, and it's red, so it looked like it was. Yeah, I follow. I missed it.
God, it's so bad. All right, well, I think this is it, you guys. So, thank you for reading Shitfaced Shitfics with us. I hope you're good and toasty now. You fucking should be.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, reading with us today has been the wonderful Z.
Thanks, guys. This has been good.
Skittletits.
Yay!
And Priest.
I do this.
Perfect.
And I've been anonpencil. I'm gonna go drink more now because someday it'll make me forget I do this. Bye!
Bye.